Yami Sorceress here with Thunder today. Yes, he's being very needy at the moment. He needs love. He won't stop bothering me. Say hello to the world, Thunder. Yeah. So what Thunder is trying to say is Merry Christmas. It's not Christmas yet, but Merry Christmas to you all and a Happy New Year. If we do not see you guys before the New Year, hopefully we will. But on to the unboxing. Say bye-bye, Thunder. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, so this is it. It is the last day I am in this place. The next time you see an unboxing, it will be back in my regular studio. I'm so excited to be going home. So last time we did the version 1 unboxing of, here they are in their respected little cases, the Figma Archetype girl and boy. Yeah, that is the girl one. So today, we are going to be doing version 2. In reality, though, they're version 3. I do not have version 2. They are impossible to find, but there's very little difference between version 2 and version 3. So today, we're doing this. Call it whatever version you want. Reality version 3, in Yami Sorceress's world, version 2. So terrible glare. Sorry about that. Lighting. But obviously, if you compare from the last unboxing that we did, yes, there is a little bit of a difference. True, the Figma case, it's not as exciting as you would get for other anime cases. Just like the other Figma archetypes, they are just in plain, what do you even call these? Plastic shelf display things. You know, I have no idea where I'm going with this. But the other big difference is that this is the grayscale. It is not the flesh version. So a lot of people wonder, well, why don't you get the flesh version in order for it to seem more human realistic? Well, the truth is that grayscale, according to a lot of artists, is that you do, with your eyes, the naked eye, you do see the curves and contours from a grayscale much more than a flesh toned. But still, we will unbox these, and then we will even compare it back to version 1 and see what's changed, which one you like better. Go comment in the bottom at the end of this. So I started with the girl last time while unboxing these. This time we're going to switch it up a bit. We're starting with the guy. And just like the last one, I have so much more to say about the guy than the girl. So really, just like the first version, not much to really inspect to see if it is an authentic figure. What you are mostly going to look for is this little symbol right above here called Max Factory, the creators obviously, and Figma. Doi. Very simple. I mean, who really wants to make fake versions of these? So compared to the last one is that it's an Archetype he version. Well, now we're in the next generation. So this is now called the Archetype Next He version. And right here, your Figma symbol of 03. So this does mean that it is the third version. If you are interested in the second version, they are extremely hard to find. I heard that they were probably the most popular because they came with so many additional little hands and gadgets and whatever that you can buy, action stands, whatever. They are really hard to find though. Amazon is your best bet, but they can really soar up to $100, $150. It's not worth it. And the back side. So we have different poses that you can put him in. Oh boy, this one annoys me already. And of course this little description at the bottom of don't let your kids eat these. So to save time, while I am opening this, I hate tape so much right now, is that I did not get these figures off of Amazon like I did for the previous version. Instead, there was a re-release of these figures. So I got these particular ones off of Hobby Search for approximately $40 each. And that's a pretty good deal nowadays because you can get them off of Amazon, but they're pretty high in price right now. So I'll go into the specs of it after the unboxing and the review, if I ever get to it. Like an idiot while I was ripping off the tape, I ruined the back. Oh well, it wasn't like I was going to sell that anyway, and it would be impossible to put it back together. And the big unveiling. Although, before I show you this guy, I feel it justice that I show version 1 of the guy first, so that you will all prepare yourselves for what is to come. So not the most flattering pose, but bear with me for a moment. So let's just recap on this, is that muscles throughout. Check out the six-pack that is showing. Check out the indented waist area. Check even out, it's a female face. They pretty much just took the female face off of the she archetype and put it on the male. Moving on to version 3 now. We have gone from indecisive weightlifter, whatever, with way too big of arms, to we're in WrestleMania now. What? No one's... How do I even state this? 1% of the world has this body. Not even 1%. I'm just pulling that out of thin air. If anything, it's humorous to just put these guys side by side. In that, I see that they have made a lot of improvements. I am giving Max Factory that. This at least has a male face with better features. And like I said, with the grayscale compared with the flesh tone version, true, the version 1 doesn't have as many details as this, but you can clearly see, even with the bad lighting in this place, that you can clearly see the indents, the muscle tones much better on a grayscale than on a flesh tone. So that is wonderful. And I do like how they changed the face. Now we have even a little bit more detail on the ears, which you cannot see from this camera. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we'll try and get past the muscle part, but let's just quickly go to the Figma stand. Is that many of you know I've had terrible luck with Figma stands in the past. And surprisingly, version 1 is very sturdy. It's not going to fall down, whatever. Version 3, we're right back to kind of where we started. I don't know what they did, but pretty much you pose this dude either upwards, or you have to push it all the way down in order for him to stand firmly on the ground. So comparing just a little thing, is that version 1, the hole in the back where the Figma stand goes into, it's located very conveniently, yes, there we go, located very conveniently right at the top part of the back here. So that's nice. Version 3, way down towards the buttocks, which, what is this? Why doesn't this dude have it? Oh man, that's going to annoy me. You can get rid of it by him lifting his chest up more, but then you have the chest cavity in the front showing. But yes, comparing the back one more time, the back on this looks normal. I even praised it in the last unboxing, saying I like the back. It's true, it's maybe a little too feminine, but oh well. This guy, I get it. They're trying to make a more masculine male with more male features and body tone for anime and manga artists, but this still is just way too much. Though I must say, I like the butt more. Yes, we're all going to be looking at the booty here. The booty on this one, yes, I like the booty on this one. This booty is bad booty. And then the one big thing that many artists that have used these in the past that they have complained about with version 1 is that, once more, there's really no toes. It's like the person is just wearing shoes, pointed shoes at the end. Whereas everyone got excited when these came out because finally, we have feet. We have toes. Not only do we have feet and toes, is that the toes can bend. They bend very easy. I'm very impressed. But yeah, now he can kind of stand leaning forward. What are we doing? Like the Michael Jackson move? So I might be shooting myself in the foot literally here, but I'm having a foot fetish with these figures right now. I do really like the feet. I'm glad that they fixed the feet and that they look so much better than the pointed boot ones. You know, I think I finally figured out what that face reminds me of. and I'm not exactly sure where. Maybe I can find a picture online and stick it in here. If so, I will put it right there. Put it right there, Yami. Put it. This looks like the exact face that you would see at one of those gyms where you go and punch the punching bag or whatever, and it looks like a human, and it has this face sometimes on it, so you're kind of like practicing punching one of those strangers that comes into your house. Oh my god, if this thing came into my house. So I'm just testing out the joints here and comparing them. Is that flexibility wise, they're still relatively the same for both versions. So arm goes about upwards like that. Arm on the first version almost goes that high, just a little bit lower. Joint-wise though, the joints, for both of these, they move very easily, very well. So this guy, he goes downward. Can you go downward? Oh, well, no, not very easily. So version 3 can be pointed down very easily compared to version 1. Oh, that's an interesting twist of events there. And now we're really just practicing some male gymnastics here. I kind of feel like I should give these guys some names. Should one of them be named Paul, Bob, Bill? You know what? You guys can name them for me. Alright, flexibility-wise, if you're going backwards, about the same. So they do lean back pretty far, but not so far that it would be just weird. You can't mash these things together into a ball if you so choose, but it's just enough that we can have fun doing the limbo. Limbo, limbo, limbo. And finally, one last experiment on these is the split contest. Who wins? Version 1 really wins. I mean, I guess that's a high kick that you can do for a move, whereas version 3, oh, that's kind of sad. So placing those aside for a second, I just wanted to point out what this figure comes with. And what came in a very small bag was a random joint that I cannot for the life of me figure out where it goes. Maybe it's just a spare part in case something happens. But this nifty little thing actually attaches to the stand. Well, it's supposed to attach. Am I doing it the wrong way? Probably. Yeah, I am. Okay, there we go. So that my big complaint, and then it goes into the back very, very badly. Thanks again, Figma. Thank you. But yes, it goes into the back so that now the standing problem is not a problem anymore. He does stand closer to the stand. So yay for that tiny little piece that they included, though I'm still not sure what the heck this is. It's a joint, right? You would think that the directions would tell you what each individual part does, especially this stupid thing. It's even marked here. It's even marked there. It's even in English. It's in English, and it doesn't say anything about F. If joint. Okay, so all I've learned from these directions is that this is not a toy. It is for ages 15 and up. Really? You have to be this old to own one of these? So sorry guys, I have no idea what that tiny little F of a part does. So it's just going to go into the trusty Figma bag forevermore until I figure it out for myself. And finally, the last thing that this figure comes with, it's a bit cheap actually, so prepare yourself. For version 1, you had 6 hands total, so 3 pairs of hands that you can interchange. With these, well, we're down to 4. So that sucks. So on the figure right now, you have closed fists, whereas you can then change them for open, casual hand at the side right here, or you can do the holding hand. So it comes down to this. Which one do I like better? Which one, more importantly, do you guys prefer, enjoy, like, want to make fun of? So for me, surprisingly, I would probably go for version 3, so the new one. And it might just be because it's gray in color. I can see the details more clearly, but I do like the joints a bit more. I like the flexibility a bit more as well. And I do like, even though it's a very scary face, the facial features much better than just the blank canvas, but just to let you guys know, these are mostly just for artist reference, the artist mannequin for the anime manga artist in your life. But also in addition, I do like the feet. I love those toes. We're going back to this whole foot fetish thing, but I do like how Max Factory went back and just did small changes for this figure compared to version 1. Now version 1 I do still like, though. I do like the curvature more. I like the body much better than version 3. I can't get over the fact that this is just way too much muscle. No one is like this. And the back just kills me as well. But once more, the booty. So enough about the guys. Now we're going to move on to the female version. Yay! Hopefully not too much to talk about. I know I took up so much of your time for the male. Sorry. And the female version. So exactly like the male version, except obviously there is the she within there. So once more, Max Factory symbol. There we go. And on the back, different types of poses that you can put them into. I must say I do like that pose. Yes. And here we have the female all unboxed and showing off. Now, just like the male, is that the hole on the back where the stand goes into is much lower compared to the first version. And it was going to be a complaint, but thank you that they included that extra joint for the stand, because this one also had it. And in addition, that random little piece. Still don't know what it goes to. It's going to drive me insane. Now, off the bat, I mean, sure, they look pretty similar structure-wise, curvature-wise, though I must say I do like the female proportion a little bit better for version 3. This is because, taking a look at version 1, the waist area, it goes in kind of exaggerated, and then the hips don't show, whereas all of a sudden now, for the grayscale, we do have those hips kind of showing down there. And in addition, does it? Yeah. It might just be the gray as well, but there is a belly button now. And even, it kind of looks like this girl's sporting a little bit of a six-pack there. We're going into like some muscle training figures for this. And same with the male, is that with the female, you do have the eyes, the nose, the mouth, way more detailed compared to Generation 1 here. And, of course, she fell off of her stand. Come on, Figma. I must say, with this particular figure, the version 3s and their stands, it's just my typical problem with Figma. It's very hard to get these figures on their stands. Now, does it stay? Kind of, but this I can pretty much toss around. This is fine. This feels wobbly. So a little bit close-up detail on the facial features. Now, I must say is that version 1, it does look more anime to me. So the facial structure looks more anime-like. Whereas this particular one, we're getting closer to real life for artists. And that's fine. I mean, for sure, I love the details of the face way more for the gray than you could see on version 1 for the skin flesh tone color. But also, I did complain a little bit about this in the last unboxing, is that version 1, just take a look at the breast area. Those breasts go completely out. Completely. It bothers me to no end. Whereas finally, version 3, the breasts look normal. And the back side. First off, we have to thank whoever that at least there's no muscle, like what you see with the guy. But also we're gonna go and talk about the booty again. Because this booty on the version 3, that is a good booty. This is not a good booty. So for those artists who really want a good booty, I really recommend version 3. So comparing flexibility, once again, is that version 3 definitely more flexible, for sure. But split-wise, they're pretty much almost the same. You know what? I think that the first version of this has a deeper split. This one, not so much. But the arms on version 3 go all the way up. So yay. The version 1, however, not so much. Even twisting the joints a bit. I mean, you can get them up there pretty well, but not as smooth as Generation 3. So Generation 3, with these little figures, is that they're very easy to pose and to twist their joints, I find, compared to version 1. Now, version 1, yes, they do move pretty easy, but if you get your hands on both of them, you will really see that it's a little bit harder to form and take a little bit more time in constructing a pose for Generation 1, whereas Generation 3, it seems like I could do it a little bit faster, which is nice. So the joints move around a little bit better than I would say for Generation 1. And one more thing that I have to point out, because I'm having a foot fetish with these new figures, is that yes, the feet are still there even for the she-male. The she-male. But toes do point fairly easy, or you could straighten them, flex the toes a bit. But I do love the feet. The toes are really well detailed. I wish that the camera would pick this up better, but it looks way more human this time around. I did mention this, is that this looks more anime-like, facial structure-wise, compared to this. So, version 3, I would say a little bit more realistic compared to version 1. Your choice, though. Both versions are very excellent. And finally, the last piece of the puzzle, along with the directions, you have, well, only 4 hands. Same as the guy. It's not as great as version 1, but heck. So for these, it's the exact same thing as what you would get for the guy, is that you have the hands that are holding something, hands that are just easily opened, and then what's currently on the figure right now, this. So same as the guy. So they're beautiful. They're excellent. They're muscular. And now it's your choice on whether you would like version 3, like version 1, somehow get your hands on version 2, whatever. Let me get you some price specs on these figures. Now, the first thing I have to mention, if you are interested in version 3, so the ones that we are unboxing today, so you want the Archetype Next. So when you're on Amazon, eBay, Hobby Search, Yami, wherever the heck that you are, you have to look for the word Next. This will tell you this is the 3rd generation. Now, if you want the regular 1st generation ones, you're just going to be looking for Archetype, she, he. So if it has the word Next, N-E-X-T, hopefully you guys know what that means, so that will not be this type of figure. So here's the good news, is that if you go onto Amazon right now, I can see that you can get the she version in the grayscale exactly as pictured like this for $40. That's not bad at all. The male version, even better. You can get it for $35.99. We'll round it off to $36. So they are pretty good in price. Much better than what is happening with the 1st generation, even the 2nd generation. These are getting harder to find. They're not making them anymore. If you guys want, I mean, Amazon's already amazing, but they do reprint these from time to time, post them on Hobby Search or AmiAmi.com. So for these, I got for about $30, $35. They are currently out of stock. Sorry. But this is why we have Amazon and eBay. Go! Amazing. So that is all the time that we have. She's punching me. Or this way. Yes. So once again, I will be back doing regular unboxings in my own studio, hopefully by next week. But it will be after Christmas for sure. It might even be after New Year's. So if I don't post another video, I will say this right now. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy whatever else that we celebrate, Happy Boxing Day. I don't know what that is, but all that I know from my Canadian experience is that it's a shopping day. Happy shopping! So if you like this unboxing, if you like all the other unboxings that I do, all the random other stuff that I do, the occasional speed drawing, haven't done one of those in a while, smash the like button right there. Comment, tell me which figure you like better, what figures you're even waiting for. Even better, subscribe. I will love you all forever. I love to entertain you all. In the meantime, I am off back home to my own studio. Yes, more Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z characters are on the way, everyone. Hold out just a little bit longer. In the meantime, Yami Sorceress is out.